Hi guys, in this video I'm going to try and demonstrate how to adjust your slit lamp up so that you can do measurements of your push-up test. So what you'll typically have is you'll have done your routine, you'll have checked the patient's eye, and then you'll be having a look to do your push-up test. So you'll say to your patient, is it okay if I just move your eyelid to assess how the lens fits on your eye? And what you want to do is rotate your illumination system so that it's at in the horizontal position, and then narrow your beam width. And depending on your scale, you might narrow it down to sort of 1 millimeter in width. And hopefully that's visible. Not really, is it? Okay, right. If I just rotate it, that's at the normal position, and that's rotating the illumination system. And then what you want to do is line it up with the edge of the lens, and then you say to your patient, okay, I'm just going to move your lens, and then you just use your fingertip to push with your eyelid, push the eyelid with your fingertip rather, and then what you're doing is using that scale to see how much it moves. So if it moves at 50% of a 1 mil width, then you've got a movement of 0.5. If it's less, then, but you can see movement, you'd be thinking 0.3. And if you can see a lot of movement, you'd be thinking maybe 0.7. And obviously if it moves more than the width of the beam, then it's a 1 millimeter movement, which would be a flat fit. And when you're assessing for lag, you're again using a narrow beam to give you a scale. So when you say to the patient, look to the left, you're trying to follow where the movement is, and you're using that not particularly to illuminate it, but more to judge the amount of movement versus a known width. And then you'll move it across for the other one. And for your two horizontal lag movements that you'll check looking to the left, look to the right, look up, and therefore you rotate. I'm just going to give the lens a push, 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 but all the time you've got a known thickness, and therefore you've got a known movement that you can judge it. You can judge the movement against a known distance, because if your beam is 1 millimeter in thickness, then that's giving you a scale that you can approximate to. Now, whether it's 0.5 or 0.4, or 0.6, ultimately nobody's going to be able to tell the difference between those movements because it's an approximation. But that's kind of how you set that up. So hopefully that's of use and makes things a little bit clearer for that bit.